Today is always a big day in Boston because of the marathon.
6 miles, 385 yards. I would run the 385 yards.
And be dying, right?
Be looking for that bus, yeah. Absolutely, no question. Boston Marathon always on Patriots Day, and of course today is Patriots Day in Boston. This year's winner, a rather familiar name to those who run in the Peachtree Road Race here each July. I'm talking about the usual contingent on hand to start the race this morning. I mean, a strong showing, as always. But Ibrahim Hussein won the Peachtree in '89, outdistanced the pack today, a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, 6 seconds. He had won the Boston Marathon also in 1988. The women's winner today, Wanda Panfil of Poland. Her time, 2 hours, 24 minutes, 18 seconds. That is the second fastest marathon time in women's history in Boston. Patriots Day also means early morning baseball, at least 11 years. And even with the early morning start, they had to work a little overtime at Fenway Park today. As the Red Sox went after the Cleveland Indians, it was in the 13th game, scoreless. And former Brave Brooke Jacoby, I mean, he launches that one out and almost goes 26 miles and 385 yards over the Green Monster. Indians beat the Red Sox 1-0 in 13. Meanwhile, in New York, Yankee Stadium, home opener and Chief of Staff Colin Powell throwing out the first pitch. You got to love this. He looks like he's definitely done this before. But the White Sox spoil the party for the Yankees today in their home opener. Robin Ventura, two-run shot, and the White Sox beat the Yankees by the final of 6-5. Yeah, it got out of there. There's one other afternoon National League game. St. Louis beat Montreal 5-4 in the American League, as we said. Cleveland over Boston 1-0, and Chicago beat the Yankees. And boy, the White Sox are off to a good start. Baltimore beat Milwaukee 7-2. That's your afternoon baseball scoreboard. Meanwhile, the Braves back home after a two-game sweep of the world champion Cincinnati Reds. The Braves now 2-2, and a win tonight over the Astros at the stadium would give the Braves their first regular season winning record since June of '89. Here's Bobby.
We just had a meeting, and I told our players, you know, let's don't let up. Just because we finished with Cincinnati, just don't take anybody lightly. But the club looked good, Chuck, real good.
All right, the Atlanta Falcons working toward their summer camp with Jerry Glanville's favorite voluntary camp. We're talking about Operation Head Start. It hit the playing field today with them, quarterback Chris Miller. Chris Miller looking very good as he was back on the field today, recovering from that broken collarbone late last season in his throwing shoulder, but clearly his rehabilitation has gone well. He was firing it pretty well today. Told me that even with a permanent plate in his shoulder, he feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. I've been lifting weights for about the last month and a half and throwing for about the last 4 or 5 weeks. And, you know, feel real good. The collarbone's healed, and just need to keep getting the muscle around it strong and get the strength back. But feels good to be out here.
All right, Friday night in Atlantic City. Heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield will defend his title against 42-year-old former champ George Foreman. Holyfield's top fight strategist, veteran trainer Lou Duva. I talked with him. Lou told me how Evander would win this one.
I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's going to be a fight fans fight out there. But I think after the 4th round, he belongs to Evander. George Foreman will go down like the big oak tree in the forest.
All right, that's Lou's predictions. Each Monday here at 6 o'clock on Action News, we have our Olympic profiles. Could be people, places, things, all part of the Olympic movement as we head towards '96. Our Stu Kleitenick says there is some hope in Athens, Georgia, to make Athens part of the Olympic activity when the '96 games come here.
All right, so you've already seen some unbelievable sights here in Athens on their tennis courts, but we can talk about Kim Basinger's visit another time. You are looking at probably the best college tennis facility in the country. They have hosted the NCAA championships 14 times and want to host the Olympic tennis competition. They're up against 14 other sites around Atlanta. You can see some great backhands here, some unbelievable overhands, and when you talk about great shots, they think they have one to host the Olympic tennis.
We think our chances as good as any other site that is bid on account of we have wonderful facilities. It'd be very difficult to surpass the overall facilities we have.
This is what they hope the Olympic facility will look like. A big 10,000-seat #1 arena will have to be built. It'll be built in this parking lot. Don't worry about any Bob Uecker seats in the back row.
Now, there's no doubt about it. Whoever gets to host the 1996 Olympic tennis competition is going to have some impressive facilities. And you see what they're planning up here in Athens. They are very impressive. But they think they have something else going for them, namely experience.
We think we have a good chance to get it. We have a great track record of running off the largest amateur tournament in the world, the NCAA championships.
So they didn't have to wait that long for Kim Basinger to come and donate the lights here. They're hoping they won't have to wait that long till they find out that they are hosting the 1996 Olympic tennis competition in Athens. I'm Stu Kleitenick, Channel 2, Action Sports.
There you have it. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Let's wait and see where it ends up.
And you forgot to mention that our Don McClellan ran in the Boston Marathon today for the first time.
I didn't forget to mention it. I purposely didn't mention it.
Oh, he finished.
Finished?
Yeah,
he's going to bring back a report of it.